The sixth on the programme, Class 4, 1,400 metres for our sixth, the Orchid Handicap, headed by Big Fortune. Class 4, the first time for him. Charizard, third, last time out behind Full of Beauty. Barrier 13, calling the shots, Class 4 for the first time. Fresh Power from Barrier 14, behind Pickin last time out, finished third. Monica, course and distance winner, 2 starts back. Murray's Partners, coming out of the Griffin Trophy. Big run in actual fact, beaten 2 lengths by Perfect Match into third. Cool Celeb, he's behind Full of Beauty on his 2 starts so far, and Diamond Legend goes up in class. Last start, course and distance winner, beating Daring Heart. Fresh Power is the horse that's been up to Chung far and back in the last 30 days. He was a winner over course and distance back in October.
All right, pace of the race, good to slow. Big Fortune, Barrier 4, has been ridden right up on the speed at his last 2. Calling the shots, Cool Celeb, potentially to move over and join him in the lead. Fortunate Runner's got barrier number 1. You wouldn't think they'd want to give away too big a start from there. Sharp Mind, Fresh Power potentially caught wide, and Monica's an awkward position, gate 11 for Matthew Poon to deal with.
This horse is a winner of the season already, Charizard, and it sort of just lost his way a little bit, but he's bounced back with a nice third last time behind Full of Beauty. He's going nice. He's got a wide draw, but it gets back anyway. His work's been pretty good. Murray's Partners ran a good race. He was third, well over 100 to 1 behind Perfect Match, and it was a really good run from him. I don't think it was a fluke. He's sort of a horse that's going nicely enough as well. He's got Barrier 7 and Douglas White aboard for his ride, and Destin. You can see he's quite keen here this morning. He's not being let go. Maybe slightly disappointing horse, only being a 1 win from 22 starts, but he's a horse that does always look good in the mornings. All
right, OK. Well, let's start off our search for the winner here with Charizard and Cool Celeb. Had to work probably a little bit to get across there. This was his second start, weekends out of it.
That he did, and Charizard has tried 1,400 on one occasion previously, and that was after he won, and he just didn't find the line as well. He was a little more forward and caught a bit deep, so potentially took the sting out of his finish. But I think if they keep the pattern rolling with him, just let him settle and find the line, he can reel off a good sectional and can find himself somewhere in the finish. Of the 2, he's the one for me.
Yeah, I've got Charizard in on the 4th line. Again, I think he'll get back. The one horse named after you, I couldn't find a place for him, Cool Celeb.
I think he'll run better this time, though. A better draw, yeah. Okay. Push up on the
I was looking for Reeves Muntjac.
Superstars, the horse that Paul was talking about there, talking of Brett. Finishing third last time out. He won Fresh Up. That was over the 12. This is 1,400.
He got quite well back on this occasion as well. Did Superstar and came on the outside. He's got barrier 3 now with Sylvester de Souza. The only question, I like him, I think he can win this race. He has dropped 9 pounds and he's only a little horse, so you wouldn't really want to see too much weight come off him. He's the sort of horse where you would like to see a bit of weight go on. Speedy Dragon won this race, and Speedy Dragon has been in good form, and he did hit the line strongly enough there, as you can see. So I think he'll be tough to beat.
Nothing to add.
All right, Fortunate Runner then we'll look at next. Again, this is a course and distance runner. For him, are we making a for or against argument?
A 4. I think you look at the horses he's been around recently. Pickin, Witness Hunter's lost form recently, but when he was winning, he looked good. Prior to that, Follow Me, he defeated. So the form's solid. He's got a good barrier. He does seem to be a horse that does lack a bit of a turn of acceleration, which I think will keep him limited. But from the gate, I think he can run a big race.
Yeah, I've got him in the numbers as well. I think he's a horse who's been very consistent recently.
All right, Murray's Partners is actually our place favourite at the moment. This is the man of Douglas White. Just had the 2 starts. It was a much improved effort when stepped up in trip and switched to Sha Tin for the Griffin Trophy.
Yes, went around at triple figures and was able to pinch 3rd spot in the Griffin Trophy behind Perfect Match. You can see here he gets to the outside. Once he gets into a bit of clear galloping room, he does take a while. Once the whip gets changed to the left hand there by Douglas White, he does start to respond after that. So still a lot to come from him, you would think. More and more racing and additional fitness, but that was a much improved effort from 1st to 2nd.
Yeah, I don't think it was a fluke either, even though it was a big price. I've got a place for Murray.
All right, so he's place favourite. Superstar is the favourite, though, Paul.
Yeah, and I've got him on top, Superstar. From barrier number 3, interesting to see how they do ride him. Hopefully midfield, and he's got that good turn of foot, Superstar. Son of Snitzel. Murray's Partners for Douglas White in there for 2nd. Fortunate Runner, as Brett said, he maps well from barrier 1, and Charizard, the horse getting back, I think he'll be running on late. 4, 9, 7 and 2, I like the 4.
I'll go with the 7 because he's got the gate, and I think he's been fairly honest and has solid form around horses that are in higher levels now in Fortunate Runner. So him on top, Superstar, Big Fortune and Little Charizard flashing home late. I did include Murray's partners in the trio, but I'd be confident in double bankering 4 and 7 if you're playing the TT or other exotics.
All right, 4 and 2 is my cue there. But I do see an improve, as I said, run from Cool Celeb, hopefully, but Superstar on top for the 6th. Next up for us is our feature race. It's the Hung Yi Cook Cup. That comes up as race number 7.